Hello everyone. Okay, welcome back. Okay, I think some of you may be thinking, oh, I thought that was like just now was the last time seeing me, but then I don't want to leave so early because I really have a lot more value. I want to give it to you as a personal speaker as well as some investing insights I want to share with you. Now, just now I asked you guys, right? In the morning, I told you guys that I woke up at 3 a.m., right? But I also want to ask you, when was the last time you woke up at 3 a.m. in the morning? Can you type it in the chat? And what was the reason that you actually woke up so early in the morning? Last night, Daniel, you woke up last night at 3 a.m. as well? Last week, market crash last Friday, 2018, to run. Okay, so some of you due to market, some of you due to you want to run, you want to check out your kids as well. Now, okay, apart from I don't know why I accidentally woke up at 3 a.m. That was by accident yesterday. But just last month, I purposely woke up at 3 a.m. in the morning. Why is it so? All right. In fact, not just me, but together with a team of mentors, including Pete, Joe, and Sarah, we flew all the way to the US. Guys, make a guess. Why do you wake up so early just to see who? Can you type out the answer for me? Why do you think, who did we go all the way to see? All right, to the US, to see who? Oh my God. Yeah, exactly. Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. And I wonder how many of you have been to Berkshire AGM before? You have been there, can you type me in the chat? Type me in the chat if you have been to Berkshire Hathaway and you have personally learned from Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger personally. You have done so? Type me. Wow, Ethan, Sandley, oh, George said never but hope so. Wow, then please make sure you go next year because next year, how old will Charlie Munger be? Make a guess, make a guess. Make a guess, how old will Charlie Munger? By the way, Charlie Munger is Warren Buffett's really, really great partner and very, very great teacher as well. Yeah, 100 years old. So when you go there, like, I think to me it was it's a very, very great experience because I've always seen them on TV, right? I've seen them on a lot of different news channels and everything. But when you are able to personally go there, the experience is totally different because I want to show you this is what happened. Okay? When you go there and when these two old gentlemen, when they stand up in front of the stage, by the way, 40,000 people went there just to see them and learn from them, right? Everybody was giving them a standing ovation because we truly respect, right? How many of you guys truly respect what Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger has been doing? If you respect them, right, can you type R in the chat? That even though they are so old, and yet they are so old and so rich, right? They are still doing what they're doing because they truly love it, right? They really are super committed to their work. They're committed to their investors, right? So now I want to ask you, passion, exactly, right? I want to ask you, why do you think people want to learn from Warren Buffett so much? Can you type out your answer for me? Why do you think people all over the world, 40,000 members, right, investors, just to fly to Omaha to learn from Warren Buffett directly? Why? Some of you said, Jean said, want to be rich, longevity, repeat success, foresight, because he's Warren Buffett. Now, if you look at Warren Buffett's net worth, this is, you can see, that's how his wealth grow over time, right? So if you can have one word to describe his wealth, or one word to describe his net worth, what would that word be? One word, one word. Wow. Consistent, awesome, exponential, astounding, exceptional, fantastic. Now, one of you said consistent, right? I want to challenge you because if you look at it, it's not consistent all the time, isn't it? There are some years that Warren Buffett actually lost money, right? Can you see? From $62 billion, there are some years that dropped to $37 billion. That is close to a 50% drop, right? How many of you can see that? If you can see that, can you type me in the chat? So it's not consistent all the time. But most importantly, what is truly important is, doesn't matter whether is it just one short year or not. Because the most important thing that we want is actually we want to see the compounded return years after years. Can everybody type time in the chat? Because if you are like Warren Buffett, you keep on investing in great businesses and you hold on to them for a long period of time, right? This is what something can happen to your portfolio as well. Now, make a guess. If you invested $1 only since 1964, and you just bought Warren Buffett's company, Berkshire Hathaway, how much would your $1 become right now? Make a guess. Yeah, Eva said he consistently beat the market, right? It's not about year, just 1 year, 2 years. It's about consistently over a long period of time. So some of you say 500K, $1 million, around 50K. All right, I'm going to reveal the answer to you. So can you type out the answer for me? Can you see? Okay, maybe our team member can make it like bigger. So what do you think is the amount? If you invested $1, how much would you have compounded into since 1964 to 2022? Wow. Hey, guys, this is maths. This is 3 million%. 3 million%. So what does that mean? It doesn't mean $3.7 million. So guys, anybody know? $1, if you compound by 3.7 million%. Yes, exactly. All right. So you need to remove that 20, remove that two zero. But still, think about it. It's still a lot of money, right? Because you don't do anything. You put $1 inside, and then 30. How many years later? Close to about 60 over years later, right? 60 over years later, your portfolio have compounded 3.7 million%. Now that is the power of value investing. So there is a lot of like secret sauce, right? During the recent shareholder letter, Warren Buffett shared about his secret sauce, right? There's a lot of things behind Warren Buffett's brain that we can crack into, and this is exactly what we want to do. But the thing is, the problem is, Warren Buffett, does he personally teach value investing? Does he personally teach value investing? Yes or no? Sarah was laughing already. Yeah, no, he personally doesn't teach investing. So if you were to learn value investing, what should you do? Actually, another way, if you think that, hey, I don't want to learn, I just want Warren Buffett to work for me, what can you do? If you want Warren Buffett to work for you, what can you do? You can choose to buy Warren Buffett's company, right, which is Berkshire Hathaway. And the return that you saw just now, 3 million% is by investing in Berkshire Hathaway. But how many of you have this concern that, but Warren Buffett is pretty old already, right? Anybody know how old is Warren Buffett this year? So just now we guessed Charlie Munger is 99 years old this year. Next year he's turning 100. How about Warren Buffett? Warren Buffett, yes, he is in his 93 years old this year. Now, I know some of you may also have concern like, wow, but he's already 93. So if I invest in this company, which is Berkshire Hathaway, run by Charlie Munger and Berkshire Hathaway, right? What if they pass on? Which can happen, right? So how many of you have this concern that, hey, what if I invest in Berkshire, but then things happen? If you have this concern, can you type C in the chat? What will happen if it's gone, right? In fact, this is a question that repeatedly asked by so many shareholders, right, during the Berkshire AGM, right? So he also addressed it openly. You can Google it on the internet later, but nevertheless, there are still this concern. So what else can you do? Well, you can also choose to look into Warren Buffett's portfolio, right? And this website is called Guru Focus. Can everybody type Guru Focus in the chat? All you need to do is go to Guru Focus, register for a free account. You can literally peek into Warren Buffett's portfolio. For example, you can see that he has Apple, he has Bank of America, he has American Express, right? This is his current portfolio. But what is the problem with just copying Warren Buffett's portfolio? What's the problem, guys? Can you let me know? What do you think can happen if you just copy like that? What do you think? Let me know. So as an investor, we need to start thinking deeper, yeah? Okay, some of you said that maybe the price compared to Warren Buffett's purchase price has gone up a lot, right? So it doesn't make sense just copying blindly, right? Some of you said that wrong timing, don't know when to sell, right? And that's why it's so important that we also don't copy blindly. Even though we know that Warren Buffett is a great investor, we should always really learn the right system rather than copying buying, right? So but I don't know what to do, right? Some of you also say that, wow, but there are so many stocks out there, I don't know what to copy, right? So most importantly, right, so a lot of you maybe start thinking, so what else can I do? Maybe you'll be start thinking, oh, why not I hear what my friends have to say? How many of you have gotten stock tips from your friends before? Can you type me in the chat? I want to see how many of you maybe chat over coffee, lunch, dinner. Your friends suddenly give you stock tip and end up you actually bought it. Some of you, okay, Peter, Elera as well. Now, how many of you also listen to news, read the newspaper, see what the best stock to buy today, right? Or like the stock that suffered a huge decline today. Then you think, this could be a potential opportunity. Me. Okay? And then maybe some of you say, wow, I can watch YouTube, right? Because there's so many YouTubers out there sharing a lot of information. Now, the thing is, if you do all this, if you remember what Pete said in the morning, right? The problem with stock investor is they read too much news, right? So that's why actually what we should do, instead of reading all this news, we should really fake the news. Exactly, right? So please make sure you really know how to judge between news versus noise, right? And that I think that is number one, very important, because if you don't know, you will get very confused. Now, it's good that after you know that, hey, I'm a little bit confused, you want to come and learn. But I believe maybe some of you have learned technical analysis before. How many of you have learned TA? If you have learned before, can you type TA in the chat, technical analysis? TA Brian, Wei Jing as well, KT as well, right? Now, many of you have learned. But I want to ask, how many of you here found that actually it's quite difficult and you encounter certain difficulty? If you encounter before, can you type D in the chat? That is not as easy as you thought to be, right? Wow, Clement have multiple D, right? And that is why you realize that, on top of that, if you want to become a very good at technical analysis, a lot of people also think that, wow, I need to have many monitors in order to monitor the charts. But the thing is, not everybody is capable of doing that. Right? Maybe some of you, including me, I personally think that I'm really not good at technical analysis. I personally cannot handle this as well. How many of you have the same feeling as me? If you have the same feeling as me, type me in the chat. And I think being an investor, very important thing is you need to be self-aware. You need to be able to know what is good for you, what is suitable for you, and what is not suitable for you. Then you just choose the path that can give you the suitable path that can generate you income in the most comfortable way, right? In the most perfect way that is suitable for you. I think that's most important. Now, and that's why maybe some of you have also done options before. How many of you have done options before? If you've done so, can you type O in the chat? And the power of options, I believe, a lot of you also know, there are different strategies, right? But the thing is, with so many different option strategies out there, how many of you feel that sometimes you are still unsure exactly what strategies to implement on? If you are still unsure, can you type U in the chat? U stands for unsure, right? A lot of you as well. So that's why it's very important that at the end of the day, right, if you are unsure, if you remember one of our speakers, right, he shared about if you don't know what you are doing, it gets even more risky, right? So it's really about managing your risk and knowing exactly what is suitable for you, what is not suitable for you. Can everybody type suitable in the chat? I know it's a little bit long, but really find something that's truly suitable for you and at the same time can help you to create income and generate wealth in a relaxing manner. Because at the end of the day, this morning I was just reading another investing book and I thought that it was very thought-provoking. When it comes to investing, actually you should find a method that you can sleep with peace. How many of you agree with that? If you agree, can you type A in the chat? Really find that method that can help you to sleep with peace. Because I know a lot of you guys have tried many different ways, and if you have not found the consistency that you're looking for, it's really not your fault. Because you have not really looked into what is something that I truly believe. It's consistent, it's proven, and that is the Buffett investing system. How many of you agree that Warren Buffett is truly one of the greatest investors on earth and his system is proven? If you agree that, can you type Buffett in the chat? And not just Warren Buffett himself, there are so many investors that model after Warren Buffett's philosophy, his thinking. Their results are equally amazing. For example, right, this is one of the very great investor, Mohnish Prabhai, that I managed to personally meet and learn from him during the recent Berkshire AGM. And his annualized return, he is known as the Buffett clone, right? Just copying Buffett's investment philosophy. And his annualized return is 25% since inception of his fund. Another investor I met, Matthew Peterson. In fact, right, he himself is also a fund manager, and you can see that the blue line is his fund. He has been consistently beating the market, and on top of that, recently, I think it was an honor of me to be able to interview him, all right, together with Pete on my YouTube channel as well. You can go and really listen to that. He shared a lot of investing insights over there as well. But at the end of the day, right, I think it's really not about Matthew Peterson. It's not about Mohnish Prabhai. It's not even about Warren Buffett. It's not about them. It's about who? It's not about me either. It's about you. Can everybody type me in the chat? Because at the end of the day, you should be looking for and really find a method that can give you the consistent return. And why am I so passionate about investment education? It's because this is a story I want to share with you. Recently, one of my relatives, he asked me to go and check out this company. All right, and because why did he want me to go and check out? Because he heard that, wow, this company can give him tremendous return. By putting your money inside this crypto-related platform, every single day, you can earn 1% return. Who think that, wow, having 1% return without doing anything sounds really good to you, right? If you think so, can you type 1% in the chat? And then, because I'm worried about what he's going to do, that's why I purposely went down to the office in Singapore, by the way, and I go and talk to the so-called the representative from this company. And the lady, when she was explaining to me the whole thing, I was like, what is she talking about? She didn't even understand what she's saying. She just said, oh, don't worry about it. Even though you don't understand the platform, it's okay. Just put your money here. You know, this is the chance for poor people to stand up. Literally in Chinese, she said, 这是穷人翻身的机会. And the moment I heard about this, I think it's a scam. How many of you think that it sounds too good to be true? Can you type me in the chat? 1% a day without doing anything. That means after 24 months, your $100 become $40,000. Oh, sorry, $400,000. I'm like, this sounds like a scam. And when I told my relative about it, I told him, hey, don't believe it. But guess what? He still chose to invest money inside. He said, hey, I rather just, I don't want to miss it, just in case it's true. So what's the problem with this? Guys, what do you think is the problem behind that? He's not a child. He's a grown-up man, 40 plus years old already. Greed, right? And because, I think another reason why he wanted to do so is because he had no choice. He had never learned proper investing before, and he thought that this is the only way out. And I don't want that to ever happen to any one of you guys here, because we know that scam, it's really getting more and more rampant. In fact, I was just talking to one of our team members today that there are so many ways to get scammed nowadays. How many of you agree, right? If you feel that scam is very rampant, can you type me in the chat? And later on, just this month, I realized that I told him, hey, don't fall for this, is a scam. Indeed, it's a scam, right? Because news article already published it, right? So don't rely your hopes on scam, because I saw so many elderlies there. They are in this office, by the way, that office that I went to, there are so many people with gray hair. They put, I believe, quite a lot of money inside this platform, hoping that their retirement will be safe. But it's never the case. Right? So really, can everybody type control in the chat? Take back control of your own finances by learning what? By learning how to invest for yourself, right? And you have a choice. Can everybody type, I have a choice? You have a choice to know what to do, what to invest. Most importantly, you have a choice to get educated first. And one of the best way, in my opinion, to learn value investing is actually Columbia Business School. Because if you go there, you literally go to the same school that Warren Buffett, he himself went many years back, all right? But I know some of you may be thinking, wow, that is $3,000. What if I don't have so much money? I want to make sure I have the right education, at the same time still have money to invest, right? How many of you will love that? If you love that, can you type me in the chat? And that is why today I'm going to share with you another school. In fact, it's the school that I personally learned from, and that is none other than Mary Buffett, right? Mary Buffett, she started Buffett Online School to inspire more people to get started investing the right way, the Buffett way. And if you see Sean, why he became such a successful investor is because back then, he also flew all the way to learn from Mary Buffett. And if you still don't know who is Mary Buffett, yesterday she was there, all right, during the interview, right? She is the former daughter-in-law of Warren Buffett. So there's so many investing systems that she herself learned and she passed down to us. And we want to pass down this skill set to you. How many of you would love that? If you love that, can you type me in the chat? I want to see how many of you want to learn the Buffett way of investing. Lisa, Wenqian, Jenny, fantastic. So this is what we're going to do. Next weekend, on 24th and 25th, me and Bo Wen will personally be conducting a 2-day Buffett Online School MBA for you. In these 2 days, there's no holding back. We are going to teach you a lot of things, from what to buy, when to buy, how to select great businesses, how to analyze the right valuation, and how to construct a portfolio. And what we ask for in return, instead of you investing for over $1,000, this will be completely FOC, free of charge. Can everybody type wow? If you love that, type wow in the chat. And what are you going to learn? Because our students, after they join us, you can see a lot of them are beginners, right? But after these 2 days course, they get so much value, they really know exactly what to do. Avoid bad companies, avoid bad stocks, so that they can invest in great businesses to continue to compound their wealth. But what we ask for in return is, after these 2 days, if you really enjoy our 2 days learning together, can you also share with us your greatest key takeaway, like what the students here is doing? Okay, if you are okay with that, can you type promise in the chat? How many of you can promise me to give us your greatest reflections from the 2 days by joining our 2 days class, completely free of charge? So how can you register? Very simple. This is the QR code. You can scan this QR code. If not, you can also go to this link to join our upcoming 2 days class. It's 2 full days. We are going to give you 100%. In fact, we are going to give you 1,000%. So I really look forward to seeing you in our 2-day Buffett Online School MBA. And I will see you over there.